So, yep, just 1 second. Okay. Okay, perfect. We are live now. Perfect. So we have Alex and Engin. Thank you so much for being here. So we were just speaking about the event, and
thank you for inviting.
no problem. Thank you for being here, Engin. It's an honor to have you here. So, Alex, I know that you told me that you have a lot of questions for Engin because you are a great fan of him. And of course, he's one of the old legends that you inspire the most. You always talk to him in a positive way when we speak about him. So if you want, you can start. And I have also my questions that I want to...
Yes, it's true. Thank you, everyone who watched us. And thank you so much, Engin, that you enjoyed to my channel. I'm really happy that you are here. And it's true that I asked Isa before that I want to start with questions because like he always have a list, but this time I have a couple of my questions before his list. So first of all, thank you so much again, Engin, to be here, to be here with us. Thank you so much.
Thank you for inviting.
And for everyone, I think that everyone knows that you are like one of the best athletes. One of the best organizer, also the man with the passion to arm wrestling, with like you are the person who put a lot of the heart in the world of arm wrestling, and you developed and one of the best your project of last time, like East of the West, going up like big steps by big steps, and become bigger and bigger. So first of all, we want to say, I think I say we because of everybody who enjoyed the possibility to watch it or be part of this cool event, to say thank you for you doing this, and ask you like now you will be organizing East of the West #4. So what was like the road to this? Like
beginning?
Yes, what was the idea, East of the West?
Okay. And I will tell you, Alex, most likely even before your time, before you started arm wrestling, after early 2000s, arm wrestling community started to meet on internet finally.
Yeah.
And we had it was Northeast message boards, American boards, and there, like all the best guys you can imagine, rest in peace, Cleve Dean,
yes,
Dave Patton, Cobra, John Burzing, Rambet, Sharon Remes, Neil Pickup, Igor Mazurenko, Devon Larat, all those guys. Now we are a little bit distant from each other. You understand?
Yeah,
at that time, we were meeting daily on a message board, chatting, discussing about things, sometimes arguing, sometimes this, like people think that I and Devon talking about that move, which I call desperation, which he calls king. They think that it is something new. It is from like 20 years ago when Devon was not even doing that. I just give this as an example, you understand?
Mm-hmm.
We like long past we have. So at those times, you know, I was very active on social media. I'm the person who has done the first world rankings that widely accepted by everyone. When Devon is talking, I was ranked for years, you know, #1 in the world. He's talking about my rankings. So what I just tried to explain, I did rankings also for arm power, pile rankings I did.
Yeah, I remember.
After a point, I said, okay, you know, I have headache. And then I left the community. And then for like 5-6 years, maybe 7 years, I was kind of away from the social media. So then COVID happened. So I'm just trying to explain how it came to this point. COVID happened, and then we are all at homes. And then Neil Pickup someday wrote to me, Engin, you know, I do YouTube shows, you know, and community feeling so down. You know, if I do a YouTube program, would you enjoy? I said, yes, I owe to this community a lot, you know, and if community needs some excitement, yeah, I do my part. So I just opened a YouTube channel as well, and he made a Presence of Greatness, the show with Devon, John, I, and Neil. So we started doing those programs and everything. So I realized that like the fan base grew a lot, especially Devon, and then Schoolboy, and some Ray and Ryan, and also Larry Wills was getting involved. But there was no possibility to travel, no events. So I kind of felt responsible. People may not know, but in the past, I also organized events. Like, for example, Arsen Liliev, John Berzing, I organized. Krasimir, John Berzing, I organized. Travis Bagent versus Arsen. Many events I organized in the past. So what I did was I organized best 78 kilo event in March 2021, when there was still a lot of restrictions about traveling. And then in the same event, I also organized some super matches. Viorel Dobrin, myself, and Sasho versus Irakli, Andrei Kiprianov versus Vasily Davutashvili, some super matches also. And then 1.5 months later, I organized another one, and again with some super matches. And somehow, I don't even remember how it started, but I organized the first East versus West in my city, Yalova. And Herman Stevens and Joshua Augustine Grant, Derek Smith, and Ray Raymond, they helped a lot. And also, of course, the community. We did the GoFundMe. That is how we sponsored the event. Also, Hermes Gasparini versus Matt Mask. It was sponsored by what was his name?
Massimo.
Yeah, Massimo. Sorry about it.
No problem.
And so that is how it happened. You know, there Tatashins and Zolev pool, Tony Kitowski, Bojidar pool, Sarah Beckman, Irina Dreeva, I versus Makarov. Some matches, East versus West, started that way, but it was still, there was a big travel restrictions. Maybe you guys remember Matt Mask hardly went home, you know. He had to go to Germany, they sent him back to here, and then again, you know. Do you remember those days or no?
Yeah, of course, yes.
Yeah. So that is how it started. And then I thought that, you know, maybe I should do that more professionally. And then we did the East versus West in February, and then one more in May, and then now one in August. So that is how it has never been any of my plan to do this kind of organizations regularly. It has never been my plan. It just happened that way. After the COVID, I felt like I had to do something for the community, and the community supported. So that is how it continued. I think Alex is gone, so maybe you ask your question.
Yeah, Alex is done. I'm sending him the links, and he just got back into it. Yeah. So let's see if Alex can connect. Okay.
Hello again.
Alex,
probably my battery was okay, but now I'm here with you guys, and hope the battery will be working properly.
Don't ask me to answer the same question again. I just didn't answer.
It was an amazing answer. I will tell you after the show, Alex. So it's
but okay. I was here even after then the screen was black. I'm still here the answer, but I have another question.
Yeah. Okay.
If Engin, you have like possibility of your dream matches, like you can set all of them on the East or the West, 7 or 5 or 6. Which matches you wanna set?
And if I may add, without
okay, I need to understand the first question again. What do you say?
I mean, if for example, you have possibility to set all your favorite matches in one of edition, which matches on East of the West you want to organize? If, for example, you have any limits and you can do whenever you want.
You have millions of dollars, Engin. You have unlimited resources.
There are many of them. Like I can't fit them in one event because I would want some guys to pull different guys. Like, for example, I would like to see Devon versus Prudnik Devon versus John Bursing. Devon versus John Bursing in same weight, and Devon versus Prudnik I would like to see, and John Bursing versus Tatachings, John Bursing versus Ongarwe, which I'm having, John Bursing versus Prudnik, which I will have in next event. There are a lot. If you ask me like this, I will continue 1 hour because it will not be fair to the other guys if I don't mention them. I will have to mention Hermes, yourself, Slav, Vitali. I would just make hundreds of mix with these guys, you know. Some people are telling me, Engin, you are organizing so many matches and you are just finishing the matches. That's not true. The matches never finish. There are a lot of guys to pull. And sometimes, like for example, I ask you now, just because you pull Dave, do you think that it should be over?
Of course not. Of course not.
Ask Gennady, just because he lost Hermes, it should be over?
I know that he also wants to rematch. I know that he
also
wants to rematch.
If it is over with you or not. So what I just try to say, that of course you would want another chance because the things doesn't stay static. The things are improving.
Yes.
People are improving. They want to see, just because they lost one match, okay, you are forever gone, you know. No, the things are changing. See, like for example, John Bursing and Devil Knott, many times they pull, right? If they would say tomorrow they are gonna pull again, because now John is like made a comeback more than 1 year and he's still, you know, and Devon is going down to 240, but they are in the same weight.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you want to see that in the same weight with the like more current John? You would want to see, yeah. This is what I'm saying. Yeah, the matches will never finish. There are many of the Kazakh guys, many of the Georgians, many of the Russians after the ban is lifted, and Americans, you know, all over the world, you know. So what were you gonna add, Issa?
Sorry, Engin?
You said you were gonna add something to his question.
Yeah, because Alex was saying it, and I just wanted to add that if you didn't have any limitations with
okay.
So just like,
I mean, if you didn't have any limitation, then you guys would be watching like every month, you know, something big. But it will be a league that, you know, they would be pulling all the time. Maybe not every athlete would be pulling every month, because if you pull every month, you need to rest before the match. You need to rest after the match. When are you gonna train? Yes. So you understand? So I think that it better like early is like every 1.5 months, earliest.
Yeah, but actually it's a beautiful idea. For example, take some group of guys, they pull this month, after this they rest, but another group of people pull next month. And number 3 maybe the same or combines the previous guys also pull, and we have like a beautiful season of East of the West every month. And athletes have the rest time and prepare the best shape, and like viewers also have the good chance to show, like to watch the new beautiful fights every month. So it's cool idea actually.
Yeah, the fans needs to understand that, you know, these things really cost money.
Yeah,
like,
of course.
The event in February costed $75,000. Event in May was a little bit over $85,000. Event now is more than $110,000. So what I just try to say that they are like, oh, okay, why do we need to pay? You don't have to pay, but just know that I'm not a millionaire. I can't do that. I can only bring you these matches to you that you finance, you know, some of them maybe from the sponsor, but this way do you remember, I don't know for how long time you have been following Alex, but there has been on social media many polls. Pal guys are stronger or the wild guys are stronger. Polls, what if this guy and this guy pull? What if this guy and this, like for years, I was sick of it every day. Like, why do we need to make poll while we can make the dreams come true, you know? But then nothing comes through for free. And if you say that, oh, Engin, you finance it, how? I don't have power, but I can help you. You support like $14.99, so I'm bringing the guy to you, you know. If you say that, Engin, you cover from your own pocket, you know, $30,000 of the all airplane tickets in August coming from Australia, Brasilia, you know, US, yeah. And then you cover the satellite vehicle, you cover the hotel, like $10,000. You cover the transfer from the airport and the eating food and the cameras and the stage and everything. You just cover from your own self. I mean, if I had $10 million, yeah, I would do. Yeah, but I mean, I don't have. So
but
either
also I think that you will spend it very fastly, because you know, with ideas,
yeah,
we have, especially like in the project, you like make it bigger. We really need some sponsors, and this is actually my next questions. What you need to build it bigger? Like it's a way of bigger pay-per-view, or bigger sponsorship, or bigger like government support, or maybe some influencer help. So what is in your opinion, you need to build bigger?
Government will not support the professional events, but the sponsors, more view you have, more sponsors are interested. It depends how much you satisfy those sponsors. I mean, you get the money from them, but you don't really advertise their logo. You understand? You don't.
Yeah.
I mean, why would they support you? They support you so that they can be known. So, like for example, this event, when I'm just saying this openly, when the camera is right from the front is showing both athletes and the referee there, I look at the one previous event that we were seeing the arms, the huge giant arms of East versus West. This time there, we will still put some small East versus West. There will be also big East versus West. And also I will put hopefully the sponsors when the match was filming, so they can be seen as well. And then we will see not the people donates money for the t-shirts. Their t-shirt will be different than the athletes t-shirt. Their t-shirt will be with the pictures of the athletes, and the athletes will sign. But the athletes t-shirt, competition t-shirts, will have sponsor logos. So when they are competing, so then what will happen? People will watch, and then they will see the logos of these companies, and these companies will be happy, and they will support. You understand? Everyone will be happy. Fans will enjoy. Athletes will be making money. That's important. All of them needs to make money. I feel myself like a bridge, like a mediator between athletes, fans, and then maybe even the sponsors. I already have right now a few. Without the sponsors, this event for sure I will lose minimum $25,000. The good that I found it. Otherwise, it would be probably the last one. Last one. I don't know how much it will continue this one. When I say last one, people saying that, oh, are you threatening us the last one? No, I am not threatening. If I don't have power, I can't do it. You understand? That's simple, Yeah. I'm not begging anyone to support me. I'm just saying that let's make arm wrestling great together. This is what I say. It's plain and simple. You support, we organize. You don't support, I can't organize. It's not, I'm not threatening anyone. I just don't have the power. I'm not a rich guy. I mean, I'm not a poor guy, but I'm not rich enough to spend tens of $1,000s from my pockets and then continuously organize events, But I can tell you this, that I'm not a egoist guy. I'm thinking of the athletes. Like, I will tell you guys, don't get me wrong. Just Evgeny Prudnik versus Tatachins, John Brzing Ongarbayev, Jerry versus Gennady, Dave versus, say, Artem Morozov. A few matches, I would get still 90% of the same pay-per-view.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah,
totally.
but I am setting 16 matches so that I can serve more professional athletes. I'm bringing their lightweight. I'm bringing the best woman athletes, goats, Gabriela and Egle. Anyone who knows arm wrestling well, they know them. That is like John Brzing and Devil Narat pulling against each other. I mean, that's the truth. We need to. So I can't only be a vehicle of entertainment. I need to also serve my ideals, which is the woman arm wrestling is also a part of it, reality. Lightweight arm wrestling is also reality. You cannot ignore these guys. If I really love arm wrestling, if those guys are good enough, they also need to be in that stage.
Yeah, so it's not only about effectiveness of the event, but also you, the man with the vision, yeah, that you also want to help to promote people and guys from smaller categories, like also girls, and make a bigger show for everyone, not just like top 5 or top 3 guys.
No, see, this is today I was live with the friends. I don't want to be serving pure professional elite 5-6 guys. That is business. That is business, and I respect it. I respect that business. But anyone at my point can't be only thinking that way. I also all those arm masters. I have been one of them. I know how they feel. They don't want to be forgotten. Whenever they talk with me, Engin, I'm ready. They know that they are not talking with the organizer. They know that they talk to someone who understands them. So that is my weakness from one side, and that is the weakness that I'm proud of it.
Of course. And about like next edition, you have plans, for example, have some undercard matches and main matches, or like to increase number of matches, or make like some number of main matches and just add some undercard? Like, what is your formula for next edition?
I will always try to give chances to athletes. If there are athletes who prove themselves to be best or around the best in their categories, I kind of believe that it is their right to be there more than non-elite athletes. You understand? Mm-hmm. For non-elite athletes, there are a lot of tournaments. There are like WAF and everything like that. So, but I need to decrease the number of the matches.
Yeah.
For a few reasons. One is the streaming company for suggest me to make it a little bit lower. So that is why I promised them I will do like 10 matches. But there are matches even in this card. Some of the matches, title matches, some of the matches are not title matches. But to have title matches, you also need to have different kind of matches for ranking, so that we will know who is gonna pull the guy winners. We are not gonna let the same guys pull all the time. So one will lose, so someone else will replace, right, for the title match. So we need to have other matches too. So, but right now the toughest category looks like between 100 and 110 kilo, and it looks incredible that Ongarbayev, John, Zurab, Irakli, Krasimir, Marcio, Tatachings, I don't know if I count Prudnik, but Matt Mas can make there, Rob Vigil is coming. And imagine that, when they can get out of the country, imagine if Marharit is coming there, and if Petrenko is coming there, if Rustam Babayev is coming from there, imagine only one country, I counted 3 guys, they can change everything. That category between 100, 110 kilo, or I should say 95 and 110, whoo, like nightmare, just incredible. Yeah. Your category is also incredible if we only discount the big boy, Yeah.
Yes, true.
I need a little bit more time against him, but other than that, it's incredible competition. Whenever you ask, okay, Levan is number 1, who is number 2? Everyone is going like, it's just from number 2 to number 8 or something. Just they don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, now it's really weird. Before it was a little bit more clear, but now we have a lot of possibilities from number 2. And that's it. Okay, I know that Isa wants already to take the word, but one question, and Isa, I will give you. Engin, tell me, what is your dream in arm wrestling? What you want to do, like, to change the world of arm wrestling? What is your passion to do something? What is your dream, like, something which you're thinking when you sleep, what you want to do in the world of arm wrestling?
The truth is, I don't see myself like someone, like there are things that I want it to happen in arm wrestling, but I am not the one that to do all. So I want something like King of the Table, which already exists, to exist for totally pure elite professional, focus a few matches, you understand, with big prize money award, you understand? And I want something like East versus West to happen. Like everything is mixed, you know, very elite, but some coming from WAF, some coming from there. So it can be a base for an event like King of the Table as well. And I want something like WAF that, you know, it can be amateur, it can lead us to the Olympics as well. All these are necessary. Totally amateur level is necessary. Imagine that how many super matches can you organize? But when you go to World Championships, 1,500 people comes. You know, there needs to be a tournament. And when this tournament happens, some of the athletes will prove themselves. And then you will see, wow, that's the guy. And then you will say, you know. Yeah. So that is how it is in every sport, in boxing, in every sport.
Yeah. We need to take somewhere the champions, the future champion, because they're not like goes from anywhere. So we need to build some base.
They can't directly come to the super matches like East versus West. I hear some people, they are writing me, I read, you know, Engin, I am from this country, we have a champion, can you invite him? I mean, there are like 200 countries. I mean, I know it's your champion, I respect, but here the level is something that almost everyone here, they have proven themselves somewhere to be invited here, not because, you know, somebody requests, they said, I mean, if I didn't even hear the name of the guy, I mean, it means that he did not prove himself enough. But whenever, but like, so that's it. That's my answer. Yeah.
Okay, Isa, I know you want to ask too much. I give the word for you.
Okay, thank you, Alex. Thank you. I just want to quickly start with a couple super chats that we got in. So first of all, they are saying, thank you, Alex. Thank you, Engin. And thank you, Isa, for the amazing interview. So, okay, thank you so much for the super chat. Then we have the second. And Alex, this is a guy that is asking to accept his Facebook friend request. So maybe after the show, you can go through and maybe accept.
Okay, just send me the name. Okay.
And we have the last one here. So has anyone determined the best browser to view the event? And if so, would it be great to communicate as soon as possible? So in my experience, and I have like my community one tells me, Google Chrome usually works the best. So Google Chrome has the best DNAs and everything. So usually with the Google Chrome should be fine. And I know that Engin now it will be satellite connections. So it's going to be even better.
We will bring Obi-Wan, you know, the WAN will come with the direct satellite. I already paid everything, you know, so we will just send the signal directly through the satellite. Nothing like internet connection or anything like that.
Absolutely. And everybody who's watching this also will be live in the next just a few weeks, because then the event will start. Link for the event is in the description, is in the comments, is everywhere, guys. You can find it easy. If you want to support the event, just please buy the pay-per-view. And Engin, before starting, I just want to quickly add something about the East versus West events that you have organized. It has been something, I would say, magical, because when you first started, of course, the matches was amazing. Of course, the quality was like lower than now, but every time it gets better and better and better and better. And every time it's also the matches are getting insane. And Alex was saying for the next event, who's going to be the main event? You're going to have some undercards, but I would say some undercards could be main events in other events.
It's true. I agree.
Incredible. It's amazing.
Yeah.
I first came in East versus West 2, and not like people, like athletes, professional athletes who've been decades in the sport would say, this is the greatest event of all time. I never seen something like this. East versus West 3, this is the greatest event of all time. 4, the same thing. So every year.
I will tell you something, is that, is your mother alive?
Yes, his mother alive, yes.
Do you like your mother's food they make?
Absolutely, I love her food.
And you, Alex?
Of course, the best food in the world.
Do you know why they love it? They make it with love.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not joking. I'm serious. Do you understand my point?
Yeah, I agree with you totally.
Yeah. So that is why.
Of course.
Because whenever I set the event, I love arm wrestling so much. I have so much passion that as soon as look at how uncontrollable I am. After the first event, I did the second event. As soon as the second event finished, I was told to keep the expenses down. And then I made an event in 3-4 days, if you guys remember, right after that. And then I first set the event. I talked with the guy, I said this, oh, this is great match. I should set this. I said, would you pull? This is the amount, that. I swear, after everything finished, then I calculated. Yes, I never even calculated how much. I said, I'm gonna do it. And I did it. And then last
yeah,
event,
you know, we feel that you do it with passion, not like
yes,
just for business, but
yeah,
with heart, you know.
yeah. And then yeah, they say, Engin, do you remember you promised that you were not gonna do this and this? I said, like, don't get involved, you know, I get angry. And after that, I said the last event 85, I should bring it down. Now it's plus $110,000. So I know it's not good thing to be proud or something, but I'm just trying to tell you. So look at that. What did I do now? It was 3-4 days after the East versus West 3. This time, 3 weeks before the East versus West 4, I already set the 10 matches almost for the East versus West 5. I don't even know if this event is going to cover itself or not. I will not know until the last days. The most of the pay-per-view is sold in last days. You don't know what's gonna sell. And then now I see so many negative things on, you know, some YouTube that, you know, I mean, why it's not free, why it is not like that. I saw Rainbow made a poll. I see like 57% said, oh, we are not gonna buy. I mean, it's okay, my friend, it's okay. I don't depend on, this was not any plan in my life that I'm gonna be organized. I thought that during the pandemic, this is the question that I answered for you, Alex, how it started. And then I wanted to promote arm wrestling. So I supported, it just suddenly became here. But if the people says that, okay, we don't want anymore, that point I can stop too. I'm not gonna lose anything. It's not my job. It's not, I shouldn't say it, but I'm a retired world champion athlete that government pays me until I die. Even after I die, they will pay to my son until he dies. I don't have any problems to make it. I don't even need a job or anything. So, but what I'm just saying, but I'm just thinking, if this event is not covered, I'm not rich enough to make event from my pocket. So who is gonna lose? Community is gonna lose. I mean, imagine that something like East versus West doesn't exist. We don't lose anything. I think we do a little bit.
Yeah, I just want to say everybody who watched now and will be watching in the future, guys, watching the East or the West, go and buy pay-per-view. It's really small money for this huge kind of the show. And of course, invite everyone who can go there on the place and watch it in a live by their own eyes. It will be something special. And I want to say that me and Isa will go there and absolutely excited already now how it will be. I'm already feel emotions, which I will be feeling during the matches. So I know that Engin also, sometimes he like an organizer, he like an athlete, but he's also with the love to arm wrestling, and he always, I think, watching the arm fight and also feeling it inside. It's something like magic of arm wrestling. So yeah, we'll be happy to share these emotions with everybody at the place, and we'll be happy to see everyone who will be there.
Also, I want to add something. Even if this event is no success about pay-per-view, I will continue sharing for the November event for sure, because I already promised to the athletes and I already promised to the community, these are the matches. Even this is no success, I will still continue that one, but not anymore. It needs to be successful so I can continue.
But really hope and believe that everything will be fine, and the people like they enjoy this and want to make it bigger, and that everyone who understand how it works, just guys pay the pay-per-view, and it will be your little also part of this big show. So it will be your help to like increase the arm wrestling event in the future, and in the future you can soar many others arm fights, and it will be awesome. So just guys, just do your also small part of this job, and it will be awesome. Just buy the pay-per-view and be the guest if you can.
Absolutely. And also on that note, I have to say, Engin, it's more than passion. As you said, it's really love for the sport, love for the community. I had the pleasure to meet you, and every time you treated me and everybody in the community like your family. Really, like it's amazing how much you love the community. And for me, I really don't believe, like, to me it's stupid, like how an arm wrestling fan wouldn't buy this pay-per-view. Like I would spend $100 to buy it. I don't understand it.
If they have economical situation, I understand that. Some guy said that, like I remember one guy wrote, Engin, like I don't have much money, but I will still buy. I said, my friend, please don't buy. Please don't buy. And I wanted to, I told him to reach me so I could provide him something, you understand, privately. But someone else did it. In the same place, someone just went, brother, I will take care. You understand? So about like if anybody is in a hard situation, I wouldn't want them to buy. I would even now say, don't buy it. Don't buy it. But if you are relaxed, if you don't have so much worries about that, $14.99. Yeah, I mean, just imagine that only $30,000 the travel expenses of these guys coming from Australia, Brazil, as we talked before they went. I mean, before this program, from US, from California to there, everywhere. So what I just tried to say, I mean, we do this together, you know, we do this together. Yeah. And the matches that I organize, as you said, like, I mean, look at the undercard match, like, for example, it's not undercard for me, but like Bojidar versus Samusha. These two guys are the best two guys under 80 kilo. The only guy can get involved with those guys, Alan Zolev, you know, under 80 kilo. One is the previous world champion, one is the latest world champion, but the previous world champion couldn't compete because Georgia cannot compete because of some problems. Yeah, look at Oleg Zok versus Dadikan. You know, it's like, I mean, everyone knows that it is, especially with left arm, is just the match from right here, you know, for the left arm. Yeah,
absolutely.
I said Gabriela and Egle. Just total of their world titles probably 50. You know, they both have like plus 20 times world champions. The only successful female arm wrestler, I would say, probably Irina Makeva, who retired. You know,
yeah, absolutely. And you know, one thing I really want to say is, like, the people who do stupid things, like illegally film it or release it as soon as possible, like not on your channel, these are not arm wrestling fans. These are the guys who hurt the community. These are not true fans because they do a bad thing for the sport. They don't understand, and this is not good for the growth of the sport. So this is very stupid that they do.
We did over 100 copyright strikes. And many of the channels were closed, but we warned them before. A few of them, I gave chance. I'm not gonna mention the channel names. And yeah, like Engin, I invested a lot to this channel. I am sorry, I know what I did was wrong. This. A few of them, I forgave. But they need to understand that they say they invested their channel. But my friend, I invested here like this $710,000. Come on, you know, just like. I mean, whenever I organize this, I'm not harming you at all. But whenever you do that, you're harming me. You understand? If something's happening to you, it's because you're trying to harm me. You're trying to harm the athletes. Why are you trying to harm the athletes? Because if this event doesn't cover itself, the athletes will not be invited more events because the event will not be happen. And if the event is not going to happen, the fans, true fans like you guys, won't be able to watch. At least you will watch something for sure, but East versus West will not exist, you know. So why would you do that? Just because, I mean, but I'm telling them already, if anyone is watching, there will be a lot of people hired for this, and you will have all those copy strikes, you know, right away on your channels.
Yeah, and we have also another super chat is saying, I will watch every single East versus West event because the cards are unbelievably amazing. Engin, keep great work on. So there's no doubt. Also, you know, Alex, I'm 100% sure you feel the same way as I do. Every day that passes, I'm like, oh my God, I can't wait to get there. I can't wait to see the matches. And when you are there, the emotions is incredible. So many.
I want to add something.
I want to jump.
I want to add something because sometimes I remember like our guys, everyone pay for pay-per-view and watch it, and during watch it, they call to everyone, are you watching? Yes. Are you watching? What is the moment was? Yeah, I watching. What was amazing. The level of emotion.
Oh my
and
God.
now I really excited because it's the first time actually when I will be 100% like a viewer. Like I can enjoy the show, not to think that next time I will go to somebody, but watch.
Alex, just now, just like think about it, just clear your mind, and then Dan Underwood is announcing touching and Evgeny Prudnik to the table. Just imagine that now, like those, you know, they announce, they come to the table. Aren't you like, you know, like or Ongarbayev and John Burzing, or Ongarbayev and John Burzing, like John is here as usual, you know, deep breathing, you know, and then Ongarbayev is there, you know, that match, they are coming to the table. I mean, like for me, I don't care who organizes. Just forget about Engin, forget about East versus West. To see them at table, yeah, okay, just don't disturb me now, you know, just, you know, that kind of moment, you know, for, I mean,
it's absolutely very special moment when your heart rate go. When you feel like you are there on the table, you're more than you were in the moment. Like you cheering somebody and everyone cheers somebody. And it's like a big show when you feel the emotions, you feel the atmosphere. Then I'm already happy for everyone who will be watching the show. So guys, don't miss it. Really don't miss it.
And think that way, that, you know, if you realize that East versus West doing a lot of super matches. So this way, we are having clue who is where. So the next event is built on something on the previous event. So what I'm just saying that everything is getting more exciting, you know, you understand? Like undefeated ones started to pull more. So you know now who is where. And then now you have more clue about which match to set and which match to see. So that is how it is, you know. That's how it is. The other day I had Tatashing as my guest, and he said, I was talking about, like, are you not gonna come in November? He said, no, Engin, I have family meeting, this and this in November. But the next year, he said, I will come back to defend my title. He said, defend your title. And I said, what do you think about John Burzing versus the Prudnik match in November? He said, that match will be for nothing. I will have the title so they can.
Yes, I read the post.
Yeah. So you know what I mean. Yeah. So the things are getting more heated. So we are, in fact, writing a story. I'm not writing. I'm just bringing the athletes. They are writing their own story, and now the history is written. And it's beautiful. You know, you will get involved if you come. Some other will come, will involve. You know, just it will be. I mean, beautiful with time. You know, and we will do this all together. You know, we will do all together. You know, and then you guys will invite the king of the table, and you will be here. You know, just like it's all up to, you know, like there is always opportunity for
actually, Engin, I need to say that I'm not agree with you. You actually write the story. You write the story. You help the guys to write the story because you open the heroes. Now, when we have the previous stories of fights, we know, like, we have already these feelings and emotions of the past, and we have some expectations, because sometimes we saw first time, for example, if I'm viewer, I'm not a wrestler, I'm a guy from the street, and I don't know this guy, don't know this guy, they both are strong, look beautiful, but if I know the story of every one of them, like previous matches, where how they live, what they did to come here, to be here, so it's even more excited. So you actually write the story and you help to open the heroes of this story. So
I give them the book and the pen, and then now, so like for example, 6 months ago, you go back 6 months ago, just go to North America, ask them Zurab Tavberidze. They will say, who?
Yeah, exactly.
But now go to the community, ask Zurab Tavberidze if anyone doesn't know.
Exactly, that's what I mean.
He needs to be hiding in a cave or something. So that way we are including more characters, you know, because there are a lot of good guys, a lot of strong guys. If you give them opportunity, And just because probably they didn't speak English, they don't give opportunity. But I don't care about that. That if the English is the main thing, I mean, it may be main thing, not in my book, not in Engin's book. Engin cares more about the how good that athlete is, that English can come in the. I mean, if they say they will, if they learn English is, I mean, good. Like Prudnik is just start learning. People likes it. When Hermes started to talk in people likes it. It's good. But just because Zurab says, Engin, I will never learn English. You don't need to, my friend. As long as you are good, you will be invited, you know, because you are not invited to a business. You are invited to a story.
Yeah, like a hero. So you are open the hero and show the hero to the world. And actually, you said about Krupnik and Hermes, best wishes for both of our guys. I've been on the camp in Belgium, organized by Omega Team and Nisa. And now I have one thing. We spoke about that it's cool and a really cool idea to, if we will be organizing sometimes like so training camps. And actually not so many camps so in the world I hear like that take past or in the future, not so many, like sometimes clubs organize the training sessions, but not too many training camps was in the past. And what do you think about maybe in the future to organize something like training camp, if of course it will be supported by the sponsors?
Yeah. Why not? I mean, in fact, you know, like maybe you guys don't know, but a few days later here there will be a seminar. The sponsor, table sponsor of the East versus West Arm Fight Factory is organizing a seminar here in my city. I'm helping them, and Pia Reisek is coming, Anna Grönland is coming, Petra is coming, Krasimir Kostadinov is coming, Bojidar coming, Andrei Kiprianov is coming, you know, and then they are bringing from Romania, Bulgaria, mostly youth guys. And in my gym, in my gym, there will be seminar. I will be part of it at the beginning, but I organize everything. I give my gym. I found them a place to, you know, accommodate and this and that, but I will have to leave early because I need to go and take the athletes from the airport and put them in hotel. Yeah, it is right. It's starting this weekend. It will continue to the other weekend. And then remember the press conference day before? Hours before the press conference, there will be 5 super matches between these young guys. Yeah. Wow. It will be professionally filmed. There will be announcer. So those guys will be there. And then most likely we will ask favor for those top superstars, like just say John Berzing. We will ask him, you know, if he accepts or not. It doesn't matter. We will say, like, can you hold microphone and do interview with the winner after the match? Can you imagine the young guy, how he will feel? You know?
Yeah, very special, very excited.
Yeah, do you realize the inspiration by that? You know, so that is, we are also trying to do things like that as well, you know. That's what I wanted to say.
Oh, connection is good.
Probably yes. I don't know. You hear me guys now?
Issa, you said something, but I couldn't hear you well.
Okay, now you guys can hear me, right? Now we can see each other and hear.
Right now.
Okay, perfect. Just quickly, we have another super chat that is saying the card of East versus West. Sorry about that. It's great. By the way, I'd like to see more competitors interacting between each other, like arm wrestling games or something like this.
Yeah, I have a friend who is doing the posters of the East versus West. He wants to do like, what do you call, anime? I don't know if it is my internet. I don't know if it is my internet or your internet. Is it your internet or my internet problematic? Issa?
Yeah, and I can hear. I think the internet connection is a bit bad.
Yours or mine?
I think it might be mine because
Yeah.
I'm now in Italy, and it's different connection than what I have in Belgium, so might be a bit problematic on that note. But it's the only one I have.
What you were saying? You were saying something that you get cut.
I said might be my problem with the internet connection.
No. Before that, you were saying that some super chat you were reading about the super matches, East versus West, but I didn't hear all of them.
Oh, okay. So it was he was saying the card of East versus West is amazingly great.
Oh yeah,
By
you
the
were
way,
saying.
I'd like to see more competitors interacting between.
Yeah, I remember. Computer
Mhm.
game or something you said, right? Did you say that?
Yeah, like arm wrestling games or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That I was saying that the guy, his name is Sol Aron. He's making the posters of the East versus West. He's also doing great things. He's making a story like anime. He's gonna make about like the aliens are coming here, but the wars are happening with arm wrestling or something. You know? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's doing. Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, when more people enjoy the community and join it, and everybody can give their own to it, and everybody will grow in a lot of areas. So hopefully it will keep growing. Engin, I'll just ask you quickly a few questions before Alex gets in. So I know that your channel name is The Enigma of Rage. I just
Yeah.
wanted to ask, where does this come from?
Okay. I in my entire life I only had two nicknames, and
Mhm.
both were given to me by Neil Pickup.
Yeah.
First, he was calling me Angry Turk for many years. After a point, he stopped calling me Angry Turk and he started calling me Enigma of Rage. Yeah, Enigma of Rage, because I mean, I have been competing and Neil Pickup knows me from early 90s, the competing. I was very aggressive, especially, you know, in the competition, during the competition. Yeah,
Mhm.
very aggressive. And I always saw my opponents like, here is my dream, the gold medal. That is my dream. And
Mhm.
that is the guy who is standing on my dream. So probably there, why, you know, I was so angry, you know, just like, and so that is how, but the first thing I remember about myself, I don't even know how old I was, maybe 3 years old. I remember, I think it was my birthday, but the first thing I remember in this life, I was under a table because I was so small, hiding there, crying, but not crying because I was hurt, because of the anger. And then my mother was trying to calm me down. It's okay, we will do as you say. So I have always been, you know, that kind of nature.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, that is so funny. And you know, Neil has probably named all of the top guys in arm wrestling. I know he gave the nickname No Limits Lariat, and he gave like a lot of nicknames. And we had
Yes,
the pleasure to
yeah.
Neil at table 4. It was such a nice guy. And the thing
Yeah.
I remember, he always spoke about you with such a high regard and respect and level
Yeah.
of, you know,
Same.
respect
He's
towards
the
you.
same. Neil is one of the character in this sport that you can say about his existence a must. You know,
Yes.
yeah. I mean, he has been involved at high level, arm wrestler, organizer, announcer. You know, referee, whatever I mean, I mean, whatever missing, you can replace that thing, you know, with him. You
Yeah.
know, at high level. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Alex, I want to show you a photo and I want you to say what do you think about this. So this is a photo, maybe you saw it. Engin published very recently.
Yeah, I saw it. That in 1 year,
Yeah.
Engin won all the possible matches, like Zloty Tour, Vault title, both hands, and something else. Tell me
I mean,
like,
I won what in Masters and the seniors, and then I won Zloty, left arm, right arm. I was down to 65 kilo. I lost weight from 85 And then only 4 weeks later, I had the Zloty. And I lost Mindagos. I top rolled him, but didn't have horsepower, really lost so much weight. Year before, I flashed him in Zloty. But then we did a super match under 75 kilo. Then Istanbul is one of them is that I beat him 5-0 right and left. That is those trophies and everything, the belts from there at that time. Yeah. Yeah, people think that
So,
I'm
Engin,
organized than me, but like my first world title, senior, 94, and the last world title, senior, I'm talking about, 2018, that 24 years, first one and the last one. And after me, the second one is Zolev, 16 years, talking about the guys, not the woman. And then I think it is Jan Germanus. Do you know Jan Germanus?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, Jan Germanus is probably either 14 years, I think, 14 or 13. Yeah, either 13 or 14 years, 14, yeah. I think 94 first one, and 2018 Canada is the last one. Sweden, 94, and 2018 Canada, yeah.
Yeah, and like today, people they know Engin because he's an organizer of arm wrestling, but the really fans know who this guy is. John Berzank says the greatest of all time is this guy to the left. Devon Larratt said the same thing. Neil Pickup holding to the high rank. So it's a shame that people don't know, but with the new fans coming in, it's not always
That's not that important for me. It's
but Engin,
yeah.
Sorry to interrupt you. My question would be, you said you're going to compete maybe in November, for sure in February. So what has the fire in you came out? What happened?
I mean, not fire has always been there, but the injuries are holding me. And then to organize an event and at the same time competing is just so hard. I'm not competing now. I mean, like whenever I compete, my friend, except the last John Berzank match that I didn't train for many months. I had bicep injury, then COVID and everything. The organized East versus West. I mean, it was just, and also I don't have any, how to say, passion. I need to beat John. I need to beat John. John would probably be the last person, that I would be like so angry. I mean, like when I lost against him, did you see that we were laughing? Did I look upset when I lost him?
I also remember that John even helps you like with hand. It was like two friends who,
I asked him. People think that he came. Of course he came, but I asked him. I was like doing this. He's like, come on, I was like, just my arm is pumped. Just come and massage my arm. He's like, he just came in.
And
I was
awesome.
like, no, that's not enough. You need to do it here. And he's like, don't get so spoiled. Let's go. He was like, yeah. So what I just said, I always had that passion, and I'm just thinking that, like, I miss that breath. That you are entering a battlefield. You are like. That feeling, it starts with me probably a few months before the event, and nobody in my family happy about it. Unfortunately, because I'm like, sometimes I arm wrestle in my mind, and then you can hear, but it does. I don't do that intentionally. While I'm imagining, I'm making that kind of sounds, and then of course in home they're asking, what are you doing again? Just like, Or I'm doing cardio. I'm doing cardio. You understand? Outside walking. Suddenly, I find myself 5 meters ahead of the person that I'm walking together. They were like, okay, who are you arm wrestling now? Because I cut connection with the rest of the world that moment. That is how I feel when I compete, That is, especially if I'm not injured, like I remember whenever I shared this before, I was making motivation to my mind that I'm going to arm wrestle with a colon, like a wall, and I'm gonna hit the wall so hard that I'm gonna break my own arm. So I was making my mind that much that I could generate the highest possible power. I'm gonna break I would hit that way. So I was not arm wrestling, not like, okay, I need to control his pronator and then top roll and this, but I was like hitting like I'm gonna break my own arm. So it was not a wall. Usually in my prime, it was going, you know, like this whenever I make my mind up like that, you know.
Yeah.
And Alex, I'm sure that you have seen it, but oh my God, when Engin did the matches with Artur Makarov, the one even before East versus West was amazing, like seeing Engin that way. And the one also East versus West, that he was the underdog, but he was kind of winning. So it was amazing.
I was winning 2-0, 2-0. I was winning that match, yeah.
For me also, the answer that Artur says that actually Engin won the match. It was very respectful, because you need to be good on the table, but you also need, if a guy is better than you, it's absolutely okay. And if you can say, yes, he won, because of injury, we cannot go forward, but he is stronger.
Yeah, he said
very, very cool.
He's such a great guy, not because he said that, but generally he's a good guy. He said this after the match. He came, he saw my bicep, and whenever he saw the bicep, Gashevsky was there, another super legend. Bojidar was there. In front of them, he said, Engin, you are the winner. I know what happened. But what happened was that shortly, can I share that story very shortly?
Of course.
Yeah. I will go to the toilet 1 second.
There is a hotel like 200 meters from here. And that is the main hotel that all the athletes, Hermes, Matt Mask, everyone stay in East versus West. And the competition place is also that way, 200 meters. From here, both of them are 200 meters, but we are like a triangle. So a few hours before the events, I went to the hotel. Artur, they are sitting. And I and Artur, we started to, grip with left arm somehow. And then we applied power, and my left arm wasn't trained. His left arm is not as good as his right either. So I was just doing like this. And there is a guy, Murat Varhan. He has taken second place in Europe. He has beaten Daniel Prokopchuk in a super match. Later, Daniel also beat him. Anyways, he speaks Russian. I said, like, can you ask Artur, is he really trying? He said, he tries, but he can't do in the air like this. And then they will enter my mind. And I was like, oh, do you want me to show you the venue? It's ready, They are like, okay. So we walked to the venue. So I went up to stage, just doing this. Artur also jumped to stage. So we had pictures together.
Yeah.
And then somehow this time at the table, we hold with left arm. So I still beat him with left arm. And somehow we hold with the right arm. And then we were in hook. But my arm is cold. And I'm not a bicep-based guy. We were in hook. And he's like, okay, go ahead. And I said, no, we are in hook. I mean, you would kill me. Just give me a little bit pronator here, a little bit. He's like, okay. So we pulled. So I pinned him. I was so happy. I was like, wow. I mean, it's mine,
But you see, like, firstly, in your mind, you was believe, to be confident. Firstly, you believe, and after that, you act. So you actually now explain for the guys who only start how to become concentrated on what you do in the best way. So firstly, believe, and after that, if you are like
but you don't always have this kind of opportunity. So you have to believe without this kind of things. But what happened that my chest started to hurting. It was hurting. But from one side, I'm very happy that wow, I'm in good shape. And the other part, like, did I get injured? My chest is hurting because we pull cold. Like, it's stupid. I'm 47 years old, injured all over, and you are in a half bicep position. It is not even your primary muscle groups that, getting 100% involved, but a little bit bicep too. So I came home, I said, hey, I have one good news and one bad. Good news, I mean, we pull, I felt so good. A few hours later, we're gonna pull. And the bad news, my chest is hurting. So I went to my gym. It's also a little bit away that way, 100 meters more than hotel. So I did this, the butterfly, that one.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, the chest is not hurting. Wow, I'm very happy. So what happened? First round we pulled, and the second round it was more close. So what I did, I leaned my right foot to the corner where his side of the leg, just to push myself. I thought that he was gonna come inside. I pulled him so hard that I have pictures even in strap. His hand slided. Even in strap, he went inside of my hand. I hit him so hard, so outside. He just took everything. But what happened that after you took everything, the wrist, there is nothing more to pull. More you pull, you
Yes.
actually pulling the guy's elbow up, and there is no brachioradialis power, which is stronger
Yeah,
than
yeah.
the lead power.
Totally understand you.
Yeah, yeah, you understand what I'm saying. And when
Yes,
that is there,
I understand you very clearly.
I took the risk, Alex. So when I continue to pull more unnecessarily, I felt like, my bicep just from here, tick, 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 it went down. I got panicked, but I got close, but because I took everything, I came and I won the round. So if you watch the movie, as soon as I win, I come back, I'm rubbing my bicep. So I came to side, Arif Ertem and Niazi. I told them, I'm not going to pull. What happened? I said, my bicep, oh, you are winning so easy. Just forget it. One more round. Don't you see how easy you win? Because 2 rounds, 9 seconds, only 9 seconds. While, for example, Alan Zola beat Arthur Makarov 2 matches in the World Championships was more than 2 minutes. So whatever. Anyway, so I said, I'm not going to pull. They are like, you can do it. You can do it. You can do it. I was like, okay, let me try. So as soon as I hit, my arm was like, angle was like this, like that open. So what I just tried to say that what I thought was chest under here, it was the bicep. Remember I said that it was hurting me? So it was not really chest right here. It was the end of the bicep that, whenever I did the cold pulling. So that is the story how I injured my bicep. But it is nothing to take. Arthur Makarov won that match. This way or that way, he won.
Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah, I remember clearly that match, and I think you went, I'm sure that you went on, even with an injury, you continued pulling, and I think maybe that made it a little bit worse. So
worse, yeah, it make it worse, yeah. Trust me, it really made it worse, yeah.
But
I mean,
matches,
Devon says, his bicep is hurt. I know it is hurt, but I see him still a little bit pulling at the table. Me, 2 months, I couldn't even lift 1 kilo, 2 kilo. It was terrible, Even now, you can't see probably, but.
Oh wow! Yeah, I see it.
You see the hole there?
Yeah, there is a split in between. Wow.
Yeah. I mean, with a better light, you can see. Like if I go like this, you see?
Oh wow! Yeah, I see it.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, it's all your matches with Makarov were amazing.
A great guy. Great guy.
Will it be a third one?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, first I need to lose weight. I'm naturally 75, 78, maximum 80 kilo guy. I'm like 93 kilo, so much fat. I really need to start walking. And this pandemic, that it didn't help us, staying at home, Yeah. So these are the story, my friends. Yep.
Okay, so Engin, just wanted to ask you a few questions. By the way, how much time you have, so I can know when to stop?
I mean, for me, all the time. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
I love talking about pharmacy.
Thank you again. So if I were to ask you, the greatest of all time is always a very, very hard question. Of course, we know John is the greatest, and then it gets complicated.
It's a hard question. It's the easiest question.
Yeah, but I would like to ask you a different question. I would like to ask you, who are the strongest of all time?
I mean, it's Levan.
Okay, and could you do a top 5 ranking? And do you think Levan was stronger than Siplenkov in his prime?
Yes.
Okay, that is
no doubt. I mean, I don't see Dennis hooking Levan. Dennis, I don't see him top rolling Levan. I really don't see. I mean, the guy is just too strong, different level. And people are thinking that he is like that only because of some things, I mean, like he founded something that nobody knows. They need to understand that this guy also has incredible genetics. Yeah. If people are thinking that, he became like this without having a genetics to allow him like that, they are mistaken.
Yeah, just
and
true.
He's a very good arm master too. Trust me. They just say that, he's only big guy. For his size, he's very good top roller, very good side pressure. He's moving very quick at the table. Smart guy. I mean, just nothing but respect for him,
Yeah, absolutely. Levon is something very, very special. We haven't seen something like this in long time. He's very special, as you said. And I wonder, will he ever be beaten by somebody? Will somebody ever come in such a shape that maybe he can beat Levon? Maybe a 150 kilo, 160 kilo Vitali, or 140 kilo Hermes, or what is it
Listen,
gonna take?
I mean, anything, and yeah, it's possible. I don't think that anybody, I mean, right now, as of today, I don't see anyone beating him. But
Mhm,
I am not saying that nobody can beat him.
mhm,
Like if I had the build and genetics of Hermes,
mhm,
I mean, I would just, I mean, I'm not saying that Hermes cannot. Hermes also has that dream, but
uh-huh,
I would just like, I would be ready for him if I was as big as Hermes at the same good genetics.
mhm,
But it doesn't. I mean, it may not matter that he can still win, but I
mhm.
mean, I would for sure confront him.
Okay, so do you think it's something like a technique? So if like where Hermes said,
Both, everything. I mean, I mean, this is what I say that Levan is very good arm master. I mean, you cannot just trick him or something. You really need to beat him. You really need to have the um like you need to be technical and you need to be strong enough to do everything. So but I would like to see first match Hermes versus Levan. I think this is the match that the world needs to see. This is the match that King of the Table should set um, as soon as both athletes are ready. Most likely February or something or March. Obviously, that's the King of the Table time.
Mhm,
They have one in December and one in March. But in December, month before, Hermes will be pulling here for the
yes,
title matches. So I wouldn't suggest him to pull following months because you never know how your shape will be after a match. You
mhm,
may win easy, you may have wars, you may even lose. So especially, I mean, those guys both are Jerry and Gennady. Even if Gennady comes again, I don't think that Gennady will be pulling in the same way that he pulled previously. I think that he will pull more sideways. But
mhm.
let's see. But
Yeah,
maybe Jerry will come. We don't know. Jerry also looks very big and
yeah,
confident.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And wow, it will be a great, amazing match. And also, I think because of the Russian ban, I think that Hermes might be the guy who should at least try to go against Levan. And it's also so good to know that just November, like a few months from now, we have another two actually super matches for Hermes, but right and left-handed. Oh yeah, here we have Alex connecting again. So it's
Mhm.
and this I wanted to ask you about something.
Yeah.
So in a good way, not like I'm critiquing or anything. Just
No,
want
no,
your
it's okay.
opinion about
Yeah.
something. So a lot of people say the first critic they do about East versus West, they say, Engin, you are setting too many matches. This becomes a problem for expenses and everything. But I know
Mhm.
from another side, if you could, you would organize 200 matches in one night if you could. I know this. So how would you balance this, and how would you respond to such critics?
No, I mean they are right, but just they need to understand that in the root of this, what they criticize
Mm-hmm.
is nothing personal benefit, but like I am actually losing something. They need to understand it when they criticize me in that way. Like it is like they need to understand the less matches I said, more money I save, more money. I mean, more matches I said, more money I give away to the athletes, and there is a risk for me to lose my own money. So they can criticize, but they need to understand my intention. You
Mm-hmm.
understand? How to do? I already talked with Core Sports for November. As I said, whatever the result of this East versus West in August, I already announced. I will limit the matches to 10
Mm-hmm.
in November.
Mm-hmm.
So that is the best I can do. If I do less than 10, if I do 5 matches, yeah, but then I will feel guilty. All those athletes that are waiting for me to set a match for them. Even when I do, like, people, I will tell you something. People who criticize me in that way are also the people all the time suggesting me. I said 16 super matches. They look at the card. How about this guy? Where is this guy? Where is that guy? Why didn't you invite that guy? Why didn't you invite this guy? The same people are asking these questions. If it was up to them, if I would listen to them, I would be setting 50 super matches. Because so many names, even the names that I don't know, from countries that they said this is our best guy, but I never heard of it. No disrespect, I just didn't hear. But the same guys suggest me so many matches. Athletes asking me set matches for them, not all of them, and I'm the guilty one.
Yeah, of course.
I'm the guilty one for not saving money for my pocket.
No, actually, you're too good for the community, and you're doing so much that you almost go on the brink of the loss. And it's, I know, because we spoke in private and you said those things. So you're not.
So 10 matches in November, 10 matches. It will be better if they are curious about the matches. I don't know if you remember. Let's see how good fan you are. Just tell me how many matches, which matches are set for November. Let's see.
Okay, so the matches for November, I know Hermes has the two left and right matches, depending on who wins between Gennady, Jerry, and Artyom and Cody, I think.
Yes, two.
And then we have, of course, Evgeny and John, if Evgeny wins. Okay, so
no, not if Evgeny wins. The match is set anyways.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I know we have, I think, now it gets difficult. I think Irakli and somebody else, if I'm not wrong. But
Matt Mask.
Yes.
I give you 1 minus.
That is true. And then it gets more difficult. Yeah.
Maybe Zurab with someone.
Yes, Zurab with. I know he's pulling with Chen.
Rob Vigent.
Rob Vigent Jr. with Zurab.
Yeah. Okay. So you have 3 pluses and 2 minuses. Go ahead.
I don't want to keep going because then I will.
No, you are gonna.
Geez. Yeah, it gets difficult.
Oleg Zok versus Alijan Muradov.
This I didn't know.
Oh, you didn't know Alijan Muradov?
No.
You don't know him?
No. This match I didn't know that you said it because
this was already the third match that I announced.
Yeah, because
another match is coming.
I almost can't keep up with them,
Paul Talbot versus Daniel Prokopchuk, left arm.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
I know you said also Kocheski against
who?
Kocheski.
Kocheski? Who is Kocheski?
Yeah, the maybe I pronounce it differently. I think it's the professor of arm wrestling. How do you call him?
Oh, Gashevsky.
Yeah, I say
no. Gashevsky was going to pull Corey Miller, but we replaced with the Daniel match.
Okay. I remember
for some reasons, yeah. And also Pauline will have an opponent, but we did not finalize yet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you are 40%, even at the elite level, 40%. Can you imagine that?
Yeah, that is true.
This is the last time I'm coming to your program.
Oh no, hang on. Actually, it's Alex. It's Alex program. It is true. On my behalf, I'm in vacation in Italy, so I haven't been paying too much attention. And also, you had so many matches ahead that it's almost so hard to keep with them. So
okay, yeah.
On a way, it's a good thing, of course. And if Alex were to connect, I wanted to ask him some prediction and some of his opinion about all the matches that are going to be on East.
I think you guys already did it before me in the other interviews with John and Dave and.
Yeah, we did a few here and there. So you watch it.
But I'm not the person to ask predictions. As I'm organizing.
I know, because you're organizer, we can't ask you anything. But...
Yeah, but I can tell you, how the match could possibly go. But only 10 days left, 11 days left, better not. So 11 days later, at this time, the event will be like coming to a point of Prudnik versus Tatarchins, Jerry versus Gennady. And the last match, John Burzing Ongarbayev. Around these times, the world will be witnessing these matches, and then we will see if the community sports or community tells Engin, That's enough, Engin.
So truly, what is the match that you most expect, that you most want to see?
Not one. Like, especially those two, John versus Ongarbe, Prudnik versus Takashins. I can make my imagination mixing with my experience and knowledge, and then I can see going everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, that some things are weighing heavier on the scale, some possibilities, but I still see 50% going that way, 20% going that way, 10% going that way. Like I would never imagine John to stop Corey in hook and beating from there. I asked John, he said he wanted to go outside. It's the Corey that had incredible cupping strength that put him in that position. But John, when he on his mind, he wants to use pronator. Pronator is pronating forearm to out. And then if somebody is curling and put into a supinated position, and if you are ending up stopping the guy in hook, then your name must be John Brzezinski. Because when you are trying to go outside and you're hooked, you are usually put in a terrible position. But just look at John. John was stopped that way, like right in, bicep, in a good position. So to feel that you are going there and reacting quickly and counter, that is something great. Yeah. It looked like almost John hooked him, just John hook him and stop him. But that is his reaction. I asked him, did you hook him? He said, no, I wanted to go out. His wrist was so strong that he put me there. But whenever he realizes and reacts and then he goes inside, you can see that, how quickly he understands where it is going and then just directly moving that way, incredible.
Yeah, it was such an incredible match, and it shocked the world, and it solidified John as even greater, even if that was even possible to do. But really,
what's Alex doing? Is that just going and having a dinner and coming back?
Yeah, Alex.
Yes, guys, sorry so much. Something wrong with connection, and when I start to reconnect, I need to reboot all the program, and now Issa sent me one more link, and now I'm here. So yeah.
Well, but that's not what Issa told me. Issa said that you're going and eating and come back.
No, I will be eating here if not the problem.
Big guys, they need to be fed all the time, and otherwise they lose weight and they get weak, and it's not good.
Yeah, really.
Today it's too hot in Warsaw, and the computer and phone don't work properly.
Alex, you are bigger than the time that you faced today, right?
Yes, it's true. Yeah, absolutely.
I can see that you are there. You were a little bit thinner than how you look like a bull or gorilla. No disrespect. Like I'm talking about how you look, built, not in bad way. Yeah, you don't get me wrong.
Oh, no. I'm okay with that. Yeah, thank you.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, this is the goal, to be stronger and bigger. Yeah, now it's like more possibilities to spend the time during trainings, which I really thankful for destiny, for this possibility. Yeah, now more time with arm wrestling.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Alex, I already asked Engin what was his the most anticipating match, but which match are you the most looking forward to? Like, we really can't wait to see it.
For me, honestly, I'm really interested in the match, for example, like Devon versus Evgeny. You know why?
I'm talking about the East versus West 4.
You mean now, in this edition?
Yeah.
In this edition, I can be surprised, and I want to be surprised by Jerry and Gennady. And I'm really interested, and I know what to expect from the John versus Ongarbayev. So it will be very interesting for me how it will be. And honestly, even ladies match like Gabriela and Egle, I know for them it's everything. Now it's like a queen of the table of all world. I think for them it's very cool. But all the matches, for example, Oleg Zhok and Dadikyan.
How do you see that match, Alex?
I have no idea, because I don't know that Oleg, like in the top shape, I think that he's still not on that level like previous. And Dadikan is very strong, very fast, and have no idea how it will be because it's.
You know, Dadikan is not a type of guy like if it was Matushenko with the tall arms, they can move so quick and go around your arm, you know.
Yeah,
But Dadikan is mostly using his wrist, playing wrist, you know.
Yeah.
And it's not that easy to control Oleg's pronator only with the just single wrist power. That not easy, but
yeah, absolutely.
I mean, it will go right in between there, you know, him on the pronator and then him supinator with the, you know, the down wrist tendon here. And then it will, I kind of feel that they will stuck there, you know. But I don't know where the match will go, but who knows?
There is a couple of matches actually where like it's really unpredictable. Like to be serious, too hard to predict them because we actually don't know the level of today's of some athletes. And this is the beauty of actually these fights because you are not boring, you're like excited. You don't know what to expect from these matches. And a lot of such like unpredictable matches for a lot of guys because like experts, they know something, but a lot of guys like will be watching and will be enjoying 100% because they
you turn the sound off.
Hey, talk, Alex. Maybe you can hear you. Nope, we can't hear you.
Yeah, your sound. Yeah. Now you hear us?
Speak.
What's wrong with
Alex has so many.
Yeah,
okay, now we hear you. Now we hear you.
Now you hear me, guys?
Yeah, now we hear you.
Yeah. You turn the sound off, yeah.
Today is the day of broken phone.
Like for example, yesterday or day before, I hosted Tatashins and Prudnik, and Tatashins was 105 kilo, 5 kilo heavier than last time we saw him in May. And he looked like he didn't have a neck. Like he was just like, the head was buried, you know, the shoulders, arms, everything. And then I asked Prudnik, you remember? In different times you said you were gonna go inside and beat him. He's like, but now he's 105 kilo. And he was like, so looks like he didn't want to go there, you know. But he said he will feel and decide. And so that match, anything can happen, especially if it goes to strap. I wouldn't be surprised, you know, if it goes either way.
Yeah, absolutely. So many amazing matches. It's like, what really can you expect? But personally, for me, the match I most wait is Evgeny and Tal Hutchins, and of course Gennady and Dave. And you know, might something crazy happen.
You mean?
Yeah, sorry, because I was saying this. Sorry, Engin. That
one thing. By the way, Alex, while you were gone, I asked him. I tested, you know, how good fan he is.
Okay, ask him.
I asked him. No, don't cut me. I asked him the matches from East versus West 5 from November. He only remembered 3 matches out of 8 or 9 matches, whatever, you know.
I want to see how many Alex remembers.
Issa is doing this. Issa, just imagine that, you know, regular fan, you know.
Okay, so you mean previous, yes?
Yes, it's when you were eating.
I will be like take from my memory my favorite. Metmask and Evgeny.
No, not it is the November event, next event.
The next event, East versus West 5. Which are the matches, Alex? Can you tell us?
Next?
Yes, he doesn't even know one. Come on, show me.
No, I know that it will be John and one of who wants like Todd or Evgeny, yeah?
No, directly. No, it doesn't matter. He will pull direct to Prudnik.
Ah, okay.
-1.
Next one, actually, I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. I was interested in this main match of golf.
So Engin, I'm better than Alex now. I know, at least I knew 3.
Okay. I was thinking that you asked about previous, not next.
No. Previous, you already watched them. How can you forget? But the ones, if you are following the news or not.
Okay,
It's
okay,
true.
it's so funny. It's so funny because he did the same with me before, and he's. Let me ask you, what are the matches? And I say few, and I got three because Ermek is going against either Jerry or Gennady, also with the left Morozov or Cody. So
Yeah, I know this, but like for me also, I don't know about other matches.
Yeah,
The card.
yeah. Because
In
there's so
fact,
many.
you know only two, not three, because you said the same exact answer about Prudnik.
It is true.
He's gonna pull the winner of it. So
Yeah.
you only have two.
I try to
Like
add
two.
1 point more.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, okay. So I wanted to ask you last question, Engin. This is a bit more serious. How do you think we can improve arm wrestling as a sport? We know in the last Denis Tseplankov interview with Matt Rhodes, it was very interesting because he gave few ideas, like for example, instead of having a judge saying go, like you need, like for example, maybe a light in the middle, and when the light goes on, the both athlete can start. He said maybe we both start maybe in a hook and maybe with a strap. Like he gave some interesting ideas. I'm not saying they're good, I'm not saying they're bad, I'm saying that he gave some room to think about. So do you ever, your mind does ever go like how we can change it, how make it better, like?
But I will tell you something, Issa. I mean, isn't arm wrestling growing already?
Yes, of course.
So why do we think that, like why do we need to, I mean, like evolution of arm wrestling came to 2023 and arm wrestling is growing like crazy. And now why do we need to throw away all the experience and now just suddenly do something different while everything is going well? The only thing, arm wrestling by itself is beautiful enough. The only thing is that we need to, I mean, like for example, in 2019, we did the school competition all over the Turkey. 33,000 students competed. 33,000. Yeah.
Wow.
In one city, the qualifications continue 5 days. And finally, governor said that just finish it. Let them go to school, So, no, seriously, 33,000 children.
Wow.
So what I'm just saying that I always say this. In the world, arm wrestling is the most popular sport. You can find people who didn't play football, especially the girls, but at home or somewhere in school, at least once, they try. You understand? So arm wrestling is one of the oldest sports, and in fact, most popular sport. We only need to just reach people and tell them, and that is why we are so quickly growing as well, because that is iceberg. Like we are seeing this much, that big treasure is right there, just waiting for to be discovered. Arm wrestling is the only sport in the world that when a physically disabled person can compete against a person that who is not physically disabled, and possibility that physically disabled person is the kicking the ass of the non-physically, disabled person. So it is beautiful sport. It is like not even expensive. There is not expensive, I mean, you really don't need. You can really make it so quickly, just as it is now. I mean, why do you think that people get so much interested in schoolboy? What did he do? He just put the table on the middle of the street. Yeah, you saw the attention, right? You saw the attention.
Amazing.
So,
yes.
yeah. So, do you realize that he made arm wrestling more popular than in last 30 years everyone did? How? Because the potential was there. Potential was there, waiting for discovered. The guy just put it, and then he is now probably the most famous arm wrestler with Devon and Larry Wheels.
Yeah. And do you ever see arm wrestling going to the Olympics?
I mean, yes, but I will also have small criticize, you know, like for Olympics, you know, that they need to, in my opinion, as a spectator, not arm wrestling, I never miss the Olympic Games. Like it has always been my biggest fun every 4 years just to sit there. Maybe not every sport discipline, but some of the sport disciplines, I never missed it. But whenever I see that it's losing a little bit the amateur spirit and more like, you know, looking for popularity. You have the volleyball, right? It's okay. Then you also put beach volley, girls with the bikinis and this and that, while something like arm wrestling is not even in, you know. Okay, volleyball, you have it, it's good, good. But, you know, arm wrestling, you know, don't you think? Arm wrestling is one of the sport with wrestling, with like there's running, swimming,
Yes.
you know, like it's one of them from the history, you know.
Yeah.
I can say that easily one of the top 10 best sports in the world. They don't understand. They just think we hold the hands, we do like this. They need to realize how many muscle groups in this arm, which is more than any part of the body. And not only this is getting involved with upper body, even you can use your legs, and that how hard it is to coordinate all those muscle groups, and how this much of distance, what's that, 20 centimeters, that you need to go. And it's the most explosive sport in the world, one of them. And then suddenly, when the power is equal, it can become the endurance game, marathon, you know, like incredible sport. If you understand, it's just beautiful. But if you just look at it from outside, you hold the guy, you do like this, come on, you know, come on, you know. Only it can be explained by not knowing it, you know.
Yeah, I understand. Engin, we are almost at 1 hour and 45 minutes, and
Yep, let's
so
finish then.
I think it's best to wrap this up. Again, I really want to thank you so much for your time. I know how busy you are in those like the weeks before the days of the event. So thank you so much for doing this. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
And also, guys,
do I look like someone who is doing this hardly right now? Yeah, I enjoy it, you know. Yeah. If it was not YouTube, we were sitting like friends here, we would still be talking about the same things, you know.
Yes, absolutely. That's when
Thank you.
the love.
I thank you guys. I thank you, Alex.
Thank you so much, Engin. Thank you. Thank you also, you know, thank you for your time, and thank you for your heart you put in the arm wrestling everywhere, like in the competition, like athlete, like organizer, and like a friend, you know. I can say that you're a friend. So
something
like,
you love. And people like you, sport is a sport, then that is my motivation. Trust me. You understand? You tell me money, I'm tired of the life. Seriously, my life has been very, you know, competitive, you know, about many different things, not arm wrestling. My dream right now, just find a mountain and cave and sleep there and rest, stay away from the life, seriously. But whenever I see people appreciate, then I'm like, you owe these people, you understand? That is why it's important people like you who support. So we will do all together. Engin by himself, he cannot do anything. Either we do all together or we don't do it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
And again, guys, if you still haven't, links is in the description, in the comment, in the chat, everywhere. Pay-per-view. Please, guys, support the event. It's going to be amazing. Engin, thank you again so much. And we have a last super chat.
See you in Istanbul. See you in Istanbul next week.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
We'll see you. We're coming the 4th, so we will see you.
Show us double biceps, Alex.
Alex, show
I will show you the forearm, you know?
Engin, you too, because now you're getting...
we need to do this.
Before Alex, I could, but now, no.
Oh, come on. Show it for me. Show it for myself.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. Big investment.
You guys take care. Thank you very much to everyone who watched us as well.
You take care. Okay.
Thank you.